I will call this meeting to order. Leanna, please take the roll call. Here.
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 Please join me in a moment of silent prayer or private reflection. Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have a possible motion for an executive session?
I don't see one.
All right. I will now call on our superintendent to recognize the Lake Havasu High School Regional Honor Music students.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. So please join me in congratulating 4 of our LHHS music students who recently participated in a regional band and choir event in Kingman. Students are selected for the honor groups and were comprised of schools from all over our region, including Kingman, Bullhead, Flagstaff, Prescott, and North Phoenix. So we're very proud this evening to honor Caitlin Hendrickson for the French horn. Logan Grace for the clarinet. Jacob Flagg for the trumpet. And then we have Kush Kalaskos for the choir. We would also like to thank their teachers, Kimberly Schreiber and Erica Sutherland, for supporting our students' musical talent. If you would like to come up and join us for a photo. And you're all going to look this way. Miss Gina's going to take your picture. We're going to be right here, Miss Gina. Almost like, come back. Okay, is everybody in? Warm her around. Thank you.
Okay, we'll have our superintendent, Dr. Stone, speak to us about core knowledge video lessons.
So this evening, I'm so pleased to share with you some exciting news regarding our district's commitment to excellence in education. In January of 2023, 3 representatives from the Core Knowledge Foundation paid a visit to LHUSD. They had the opportunity to observe instruction in 11 different classrooms across our district. It is with great pride that I report that Core Knowledge was thoroughly impressed by the high level of instruction and student engagement they witnessed during their visit. So impressed, in fact, that they reached out to us again in August. The Core Knowledge Foundation expressed a desire to professionally videotape several of our teachers as they implemented the Core Knowledge history curriculum. These videos will not only be featured on their website, but will also serve as valuable training resources for other districts undertaking the implementation process. The teachers featured in the video, and yes, I would like you to come up when I say your name, are Jenna Pritchard, a 3rd grade teacher at Nautilus Elementary School in her first year of teaching. Lori Morin, a 4th grade teacher at Starline Elementary School in her 2nd year. Isabel Young, a 7th grade teacher at Thunderbolt Middle School in her 2nd year. And Leah Branch, a 5th grade teacher at Nautilus Elementary School in her 8th year. So furthermore, based on the exceptional quality of instruction demonstrated by our 4 teachers, they have been extended a special invitation to present at the 2025 Core Knowledge National Conference in Orlando, Florida. This recognition serves as a testament to the dedication and talent of our educators here in LHUSD. It is a reflection of the exceptional instruction that occurs within our classrooms each and every day. We are incredibly proud of these teachers and grateful for the opportunity to showcase the excellence of LHUSD on a national stage. All of their videos are linked in the agenda item. Please take some time to watch them. They are actually amazing. They did such great work, and we are very, very proud of them. So thank you very much for what you do every day. And Gio's going to take your photo.
Lake Havasu City Education Association, Carol Nowakowski will come and speak at this time.
Good evening, President Harvey, members of the board, Dr. Stone, directors. Just a couple things. The latest is the Joint Legislative Budget Committee has released the estimated classroom site fund, and the weight for 2025 is $792, which is an increase of $34. So anything increasing, we always appreciate. I know they're in the middle of budget discussion. They're not meeting very often, except for, when we can. But I'm just keeping tabs on the budget and any other bills that seem to show up on Wednesdays. But that is it. It's been rough this week with the loss of Bonnie, and along with with testing and everything else going on. So grace for staff, and we are thinking of the Thunderbolt staff. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Leanna, do we have any calls to the public? Okay, moving on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to accept it as stated?
I move we accept it as stated.
I'll second.
Yes?
Yes.
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 All right. Action item 6.1. Our superintendent, network and Wi-Fi upgrades, E-rate project.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. As a part of our continuing commitment to sustain and improve internet connectivity for students and staff while addressing aging technology infrastructure, LHUSD has solicited quotes for an E-rate project to upgrade wireless access points and network equipment as follows. The purchase of 301 wireless access points to be configured by LHUSD technology staff, of which 113 will be installed by the vendor at Lake Havasu High School. The remainder will be installed by the LHUSD technology team at elementary schools and Thunderbolt Middle School. The purchase of 153 network switches to be configured and installed by the LHUSD technology team across 8 school sites. Installation of 3 additional network drops and wireless access points in the Lake Havasu High School administration area. LHUSD worked with the Yavapai County Education Service Agency and our E-rate consultant to submit the application to E-rate and solicit quotes from state contracted vendors. Of the quotes received, Logicalis was the only vendor that met all requirements, with price having the highest weighting. Logicalis will complete the work outlined in the attached contract and statement of work. Wi-Fi upgrades and network expansion are eligible for E-rate funding. The total project cost is not to exceed $195,000. But LHUSD qualifies for 80% coverage via E-rate funds for this project for the fiscal year 24-25 and will pursue approval prior to the commencement. The vendor will bill E-rate for the 80%. The remaining 20% will be paid from capital or other allowable district funds at an amount not to exceed $39,000. If approved, this project would begin at the earliest date the vendor is available with a goal of completion during the 24-25 school year. This item has been reviewed by the purchasing department.
All right, any discussion or motion?
I've got a discussion. Ubiquity is the preferred brand. I personally have experience in this project. My company upgraded a hotel here in town who couldn't pass the national testing. So I want to make sure we're getting Ubiquity for the project because their wireless stuff is some of the best. We actually took the hotel and we changed out everything in the hotel and we upgraded them to a point where they could pass a national inspection.
Excellent.
I'll make a motion to approve 6.1 as presented.
And I'll second.
I just wanted to also mention that I really appreciate you all looking for, being very fiduciary in looking for funds to pay. We're paying 20%. I just want to really make a point out there. We're paying $40,000 of the $200,000 for a needed upgrade. So another, I think, feather in your cap for being very wise with our money.
Yes.
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 6.2, Human Resources, Contracted Services through Educational Services Incorporated for Subsource Program.
Madam President, members of the board, LHUSD is recommending the approval of ESI's 2024-2025 amendment and continuation of the existing employee service agreement with ESI under MESC Contract 21N-ESI3-0318. ESI currently provides approximately 120 substitutes for LHUSD who cover various positions including teachers, paraprofessionals, and custodians. The work of our substitutes is vital to ensure students continue to have access to their education and the smooth operation of our schools on a daily basis. Over the past 5 years of contracted work with ESI, the cost to the district has remained the same. At this time, the current fee structure is no longer sustainable and has resulted in the proposed fees, which include a 1.5% increase to the Retire Rehire, or as we call it, PREO program, and 2.5% increase to the substitute staffing program. The recommended fee increase is based on inflation and increase to payroll liability costs. This amendment has been reviewed by the business department.
All right, any discussion or motion?
I move we approve 6.2 as presented.
I'll second. It does seem reasonable to have a price increase since they have worked for us so long and they do provide such a valuable service. So.
Yeah, and 1.5% or 2.5%, given the current state of inflation is not too bad. Question is we've been working with them for 5 years. How is our relationship? How are they working out? Are they, every time there's a renew, it's good to kind of hear what you all are thinking about as far as their quality as a company.
I can speak to that a little bit. In the last year, they have come out to Lake Havasu. 2 of their representatives were here in person and provided on-site training to all of our substitute teachers in July, particularly focusing on our newest certified substitute staff, helping them to learn positive approaches with our students, how to support and work with them in classroom management, which continues to be an ongoing area of concern. It's just a steep learning curve for our newest subs. I also would like to add that they are very accessible. They provide monthly training for our substitute coordinator. That's scheduled, but anytime we need to pick up the phone, if a substitute, God forbid, had a work-related injury, they take care of that right away. They also monitor with the current laws on sick leave. For every so many hours worked, they are giving them those sick leave credits, and they are covering that cost and expense. There are a couple of other vendors in the substitute world across the state of Arizona, the other school personnel administrators that I work with. ESI is a standout vendor, but we can certainly review and look to other companies when that renewal period comes back open.
I think as long as we're having great success and they're accessible, I'm comfortable with staying with them, but I just wanted to hear that.
Yes, no problem.
Yes.
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 6.3, Business Services, Jamaica Elementary Playground Safety Services. Mr. Murray?
Thank you, Madam President. Members of the board, as part of the district's commitment to construct, remodel, and renovate school facilities as communicated to voters and identified in the November 2016 bond voter pamphlet, the district is recommending the relocation of the wheelchair transfer station on the upper playground structure and installation of pour-in-place rubber safety surfaces around the upper and lower playground structures at Jamaica Elementary. Improved access to playground equipment is needed for students with various physical and developmental abilities. ExerPlay will be procured through the 1GPA Cooperative Contract 23-07P04. The proposal for installation is included in the action item, and a not-to-exceed amount of $140,000 is requested to address additional needs should they arise during the construction and installation process. Bond capital or other allowable capital funds will be used to install safety surface materials. This item has been reviewed and approved by purchasing.
Any discussion or a motion?
I move that we accept 6.3 as presented.
Second.
And I'll just say that I think this is consistent with the goal of our district to make sure that we're supporting every student and thinking about everyone and making all of our grounds accessible to everyone.
Yes.
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 6.4, Business Services, Jamaica Elementary Architect Services.
Thank you, Madam President. Members of the board, as part of the district's commitment to construct, remodel, and renovate school facilities as communicated to voters and identified in the November 2016 bond voter pamphlet, the district is recommending architectural design services at Jamaica Elementary in an amount not to exceed $10,000. Restroom facilities need to be redesigned to accommodate students' physical needs, which will require the movement of walls and possibly fire sprinkler systems. Bond capital and or other allowable capital funds, and I'm going to add including M&O, will be used for design services. The reason why I say that should we not go into construction, then we would pay for these services out of M&O and we would hold on to the blueprints. There's no indicator that we won't move forward with this, but it'll come back before you here at a later date. And if that happens, then it would be procured through bond or capital funds. And this item has been reviewed and approved by purchasing.
Thank you. Any discussion or a motion?
I'll move to approve 6.4.
I'll second.
Yes.
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 6.5, Business Services, Vouchers, Student Activity Funds, and Auxiliary Funds. Mr. Murray?
Thank you, Madam President. Board members, vouchers, student activity, and auxiliary funds for March 2024 are in front of you tonight.
I move we accept 6.5 as presented.
I'll second that.
Yes.
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 All right. Does Dr. Stone have anything to inform us?
I just wanted to thank all the teachers. I know this is a very trying time of year when you come back from spring break and you have to go right into state testing. So I know principals are working very hard to make sure everything is set up correctly. Teachers are also working very hard, and just appreciate all that they are doing at this time for that.
Do the governing board members have anything for us?
I just want to kind of piggyback on what Dr. Stone said about, teachers and what they're doing during testing. Also mentioning that this is like state, state competition time, especially for a lot of our CTE programs, HOSA, FBLA, USA Skills. So I'm really looking forward to seeing our student achievement because we always do well.
Absolutely. Do we have any board suggestions for future agenda items? Do we have any board suggestions for future agenda items? No? All right, I will take a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn. Then he can move and I'll second it.
Yes.
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 The meeting is adjourned.